Welcome back to ShopDust. Glad you're here. In this video, I'm going to take a break from the shop build projects and build something a little different, an exploding outhouse. So let's get to it. I'll start off with the usual, joining, planing, and a little resawing. This is some old oak planking pieces that I've had laying around. I'm not really going for any specific thickness here, as long as it's all the same, right around 1/4 of an inch thick. It should work. I am hoping the oak won't be too heavy. The pieces need to be fairly light in order to blow away from the base in a dramatic fashion. Here I'm taking off the bait catch and centering the trap on the base. I'm leaving the staple on the trap for now because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not at this point. I clamp the trap down and use a piece of the side to mark the thickness of the side on the base, leaving an extra 1/16 of an inch to make for a loose fit. Then rip some 1/4 inch strips with a 0 clearance plate and a push stick. These strips will be used to support the walls so they don't just fall over while the booby trap is waiting to be sprung. Now it's time to mark, cut, and fiddle with all these pieces and see how exactly everything is going to go together. Here I'm marking and cutting the base side supports that will hold the walls in place, using a pin nailer and glue to attach them. The front of the outhouse doesn't blow away, so it's attached. So I'm measuring for the mortise the front wall with the door will set into. I'll use a 1/4 inch Forstner bit and a chisel to clear out this mortise. Yes, that's a Hello Kitty Band-Aid. Here I'm using the table saw and the sled just to sneak up on that tenon so that it fits just right. it's time for a roof. Every good outhouse needs a roof, right? And here I'm using the block plane to plane the angle for the roof on the back wall so it sits flush. Now it's time to cut the all-important outhouse door. I'm going to use the bandsaw and a scroll saw for this. And here I'm putting a chamfer on the back of the door so it doesn't bind, and cutting out the moon on the scroll saw. I'm marking the roof of the outhouse for some more 1/4-inch strips to keep the roof and walls in place. These will be going on the inside of the house except for a small 1-inch piece on the front and the back side so the roof doesn't slide back and forth and everything holds together. I decided to chisel out the mortise for the hinges and screw them in with the use of a small 1/16-inch drill bit, a finger drill, and a small screwdriver. This turned out to be quite tedious. I used a 5/16 round head plug and drilled a 3/16 brad point hole in the back side of it for a piece of 3/16 dowel. This will be glued through the door and attached to the trap using a piece of wire. using a little bit of 5-minute epoxy to put the front fascia with the door on and glue it into its mortise. And I clamped the sides and the back to the front to keep the front square while the epoxy dried. I'll drill a 1/16 inch hole through the dowel of the door handle with the finger drill to attach the wire through. I'll use this finish nail bent at 90 degrees to act as the catch. And I'm just adjusting the cable from the door to the catch for the right length so it sets off the trap when the door is opened. Now I'm going to be marking where I need to put blocks on the walls in the back in order for the hammer to hit it and make it explode. I used a handsaw to cut these little triangles and epoxy them to the side and the back for the hammer to hit. This is my first test and it didn't go as well as expected. The little triangles were getting caught on the hammer, so I used a handsaw, a chisel, and the sander to adjust them and make it a little bit better. There we go, the explosion I was looking for. Now I thought I needed something to entice people to open the door, and what better way of doing that than making a sign that says "Do not open." And if you're interested in this wood burning kit, I'll put a link in the description below. It's fairly inexpensive from Amazon. It says "Do not open," but I can't help myself. I have to open it. Well, there you have it, guys. An exploding outhouse. I saw one of these a few years ago in a store sitting on the counter, and of course it had a sign on it that said "Do not open," and curiosity got better of the cat, and I opened it. I was shocked, surprised, and embarrassed. And I knew from that day on I just had to build one at some point. So I was looking through my subscriptions the other day on YouTube and saw one of these being built by Gunflint Designs. And he used a CNC machine and a couple fan blades from an old ceiling fan. So go check him out and give him a little bit of support. I'll leave a link in the description below to his channel. I have some upcoming things going on here at ShopDust. One of those things is my 1632 Supermax drum shander should be showing up tomorrow, hopefully. I've been waiting on this thing for a couple months to get up here, and looking forward to having that as a part of my shop. I also have some stuff coming in from Rockler, a vacuum extension for a 4-inch hose, and can't wait to be able to use that for that end of the shop. It got stopped in Minnesota somewhere and they had to resend the order. So anything that I've used in this video, I'll leave a link in the description below, like the finger drill and tools like that, the Encara measuring T-square. That's a real nice accurate tool. Enjoy using that. If you guys like what you're seeing in these videos, please give me a thumbs up, give it a like, and if you're feeling spunky, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to keep up with what's going on here in North Pole at ShopDust, hit the notification bell. And with that, you guys keep working in the shop.